Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing from Theriva Biologics. We'll be looking at how they plan to sell more stock and what that means for the company and its investors. Spoiler alert, it involves something called an at-the-market offering, which sounds way more exciting than it actually is. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below for more in-depth discussion. On June 2025, Theriva Biologics announced they've filed paperwork to potentially sell up to $2 and $52.50, being done through something called a prospectus supplement. Basically, it's like adding an extra page to an existing book, in this case, updating their registration statement with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. This registration statement allows them to offer and sell shares. It was initially approved by the SEC in September of the previous year. These shares are going to be sold through AGP Allianz Global Partners, which is what you would call the sales agent, meaning they will be selling the shares for the company. It's all happening under an existing agreement that's been amended a couple of times since it was originally created. This agreement lets Theriva Biologics sell shares at the market. This means shares will be sold at the current market price. Think of this like selling something on eBay. You list your item to be sold with what the actual price is right now. The sales agent doesn't have to sell any specific number of shares. They're just going to use their commercially reasonable efforts to sell the stock, doing their best using their normal sales tactics. Also, there is no escrow trust or similar arrangement, meaning that everything is straight to the company. This isn't some kind of strange or weird plan. Now, how does the sales agent get paid? Well, according to the report, they'll get a commission equal to as much as 3% of the total money they make selling the shares. In legal terms, because they are selling the shares in the market, the sales agent is considered an underwriter. Theriva is also offering to protect them in certain cases if anything goes wrong, or indemnification. To make this whole thing legal, the company's lawyers, Parsons, Bowen, Latimer, provided an opinion saying that these shares are valid and legal to sell. That legal opinion is included as an exhibit and a reference to this report. Finally, this report isn't an offer to sell anything. It's simply a notification of their plan. They can't sell these shares in any place where it's illegal to do so beforehand. Now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Theriva Biologics is potentially selling more of its existing shares, which could dilute current shareholders' ownership. On the other hand, the company could get more cash for research on drugs, trials, and development. They're using an at-the-market offering, which is a pretty common way for companies to raise money as they need it. The company also doesn't have pressure to sell it at an undesirable price. While this report is just about selling shares, it's important to recognize the potential effect on existing investors and weigh potential strategies. Alright, that's our breakdown of Theriva Biologics' latest filing. What's your take on these moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.